What up, Joe? What up, Joe? Welcome to YISI Sports Podcast. I'm your host, the Iceman, and it's the team.
What's the dealio? It's your man, Alio, aka Mastermind. You know, once again, it's on.
Keep it calm and cordial today, baby. Y'all already know who it is. Mr. Breeze in the house. I'm,
Breezy.
I'm back, baby. I'm back to do these things. Dropping jewels on these boys.
Yes, sir. And it's your boy, Mr. PR, aka let's get it started. Let's go.
Okay. We back at it, fellas.
Young
We back
P.
at it, everybody. You did?
Yep.
And we got a ooh-wee type of show. Ooh-wee. These boys put something together for y'all out there, too. Starting off with this first question, too. I don't know who put this out here, but they coming out strong with this. Who has the best handles? Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving, or Tim Hardaway? And I'm going to start this off with Young Pete.
So, I ain't gonna lie. I had to think long and hard on this one. Because they were some good names there. There definitely was some good names. And I struggled for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. I struggled for a minute. And I know this might cause a little controversy, but that's what we're here for.
You're right.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Absolutely.
We're here for.
Okay.
So if I
Absolutely.
was to put them in order, to me, I'm going Tim first,
Okay.
Kyrie, and then Zeke. That's how I'm going.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
He has some hell of a handles and all of that. I feel like Kyrie's is a little bit better than Zeke. Don't get me wrong. I remember you, Zeke, dribbling down on one knee, all that stuff in the middle of the game. I saw you. I ain't forgot about all that. But them boys got a little bit more handles than you. Tim used to come down running that floor. That's just that's where I'm at.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna come across the table down here to mastermind because it seemed like Breezy got something that he got on his chest, but I'm gonna say the best for last as he usually say. I think he got a good one since
You
he's
got,
doing
you got a
this.
pretty good order there, P, but I tend to differ a little bit.
Okay, which one?
I'm going with the disturbance as number one.
Uh-oh,
Kyrie
the
Irving.
disturbance. I like that. I like
I
that.
go with the disturbance as number one.
I like
Kyrie
that. That's a
Irving.
new nickname.
Yes, sir. Kyrie Irving.
Oh.
What are you talking about, man?
Hold on. I guess I did say the best for last. Hold on.
This is what I'm talking about. Here we go again this week, fellas. But look, going Kyrie Irving first, then I'm going Zeke. Then I got to go Tim Hardaway.
Okay. Well, let's see if I say the best for last. I thought I did, but he said so.
Because Tim created the killer crossover, but Mr. Sham God 2.0 himself got to go with Kyrie first. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie got the sickest handles in the league. Box office entertainment.
Okay.
No doubt, hands down. Can do whatever he want with the rock. You know what I'm saying? He got it on a shoestring, yo-yo, baby, whatever. So it's gonna be Kyrie. Then Mr. Invention himself of the killer crossover, Tim Hardaway, and then Zeke. I love you, Zeke. You from the D, you from the Shy. I love you and all that. Pistons for life and all that good stuff. But you wasn't displaying what them boys was displaying.
Well, I disagree.
For all of us?
I'm gonna dig this here. Dig this here. I'm starting off with the player himself, Isaiah Lord Thomas. You dig? I'm starting off with my man right there. He's the one who started this here. He's the reason why these guys was probably trying to dribble like that. The reason why he was trying to dribble like Curry from the from the Harlem, yeah, like how he did that. So I'm gonna start off with him because Zeke Handles was cold, especially when he come down patting it, doing that, rocking you to sleep. Then I'm going with Kyrie. Now, your handles is out cold. They scandalous, more scandalous than all of them. But like I said, Isaiah started this. He the reason why y'all pushing it like that. And I think before any of them too. Now, I put it like this. I got Isaiah, then I got Kyrie, and then I got Tim Hardaway. I love that killer crossover because you started that what everybody still doing to this day. Even though that's my order, and I got it like this though. I believe Kyrie will get ripped before the other two, even though he got the better handles. And we'll leave that alone. But I just came. I think he'll get ripped before
That's-
Isaiah.
that's a whole-
Right. That's why I say I
that's a
laid out
whole
alone.
nother-
Look at that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, I see you stuck. I see you.
That's a
That's
good one.
look.
Now, that's a good one. I don't know. That's a good one.
Look, moving along.
That's a great one. I don't know.
Name your unbeatable 5 that you would pick for the playground or blacktop, or what else did you throw in there?
For those who know, classic either St. Cecilia or inside Hackett Gym or inside St. Cecilia. Who gonna run that court for the day? Who's gonna run the court for the day? Who ain't getting off until they tired?
Let me hear your 5. Breezy, starting off with you.
Because it ain't no 4 quarters, it ain't none of that. I'm saying we're gonna stick to buckets.
Okay.
I need some bucket getters.
Okay. Let me see if you ready. Let me hear your 5.
Oh man, I done erased it. Damn it.
Oh,
Here we go. Here we go, America.
no
See what I'm saying?
computer
Mr.
malfunction
Norton.
technology. This,
Okay, here we go. Here we
and
go.
I'm like you. Oh, this a new one. Oh, this a done. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Bucket getters. Durant. Steph Curry. The living legend himself, Larry Bird. Ivo. Then when you sleeping and you gotta kick it out and you need that good 3 or 2 or whatever to end the game, Mr. Klay Thompson. Buckets, baby. Everybody's getting buckets.
Okay. Okay. What you got to say down there, Mastermind?
I'm gonna tell you this here. We start mine off with all legends. We not playing no
Okay,
games
say no
around these
games, no
parts.
nothing. Right. Okay.
I'm going Jordan, Kobe, LBJ, Shaq, and Magic. And come on out there and you're gonna get swept. I don't care who you go get.
Well,
You're getting
Ain't-
killed. You're getting killed. You're getting
I like-
killed.
step across half court.
That's what you believe. MJ raping some of that you name.
No, no, sir.
Give me that. As soon as you put the ball down there. As soon as you put the ball down there, I got Kobe. Who's stopping Kobe?
Is it on me yet?
Yes, sir. It's on you. It's on you.
Say, who's stopping Kobe?
It's on you, baby.
Must
Go
say,
ahead.
say, fade
We
away.
definitely know.
It's on
We
you.
definitely know his list is not good. You know what I'm saying?
I need buckets.
You
Step
got it.
across half.
But this, I'm going with Magic at the 1. I'm gonna put Steph at my 2. Come on, Jordan, gonna play the 3. KG at the 4. You know what? I was gonna go here, but I'm gonna bring Larry Johnson. Come on, Grandmama. And who's stopping us?
This right here.
Stopping us.
I just told you who's stopping that.
Who's stopping
You got a
us?
lot of this.
Who's stopping?
All right.
Buckets.
Well, they know
Buckets.
I got to switch. I'm going up the dome with my
Buckets.
because I needed to know which way was going with it. We really didn't know which way he was going with it until we got here to the studio.
Jordan,
So now
buckets.
this is what I'm
Steph
finna
getting
go with.
buckets.
Hey, jump shot.
I'm
Grandmama
going with
getting
Shaq,
buckets.
Tim Duncan, LeBron James, Tracy McGrady, and Kobe Bryant.
See?
That's mine.
Mine close. I got Magic, Shaq, LBJ, Kobe, and Jordan. You ain't stopping that.
KG shutting down Tim the big
Yeah,
fundamental.
man.
You ain't stopping nothing over here.
Not
Shooting.
If we'd have went the original black tops like how we thought he was gonna go, I actually was gonna throw, like I told y'all, I got to have Rasheed Wallace out there. I believe he a black top player. I believe my man J.I. Ryder, he a black top player. I had a couple other, a lot of people's on the list, but I had to see which way he was going with it, so that's the way we went with it. And that's the way it is. But this how we gonna do this here. You impressed? Y'all impressed? You impressed?
I love my
You
list.
talking about black tops? Yeah, we can do black tops.
I love my list.
I'm about to see who was impressed with that combine. That's what I'm talking about. Asking everybody that impressed. Was you impressed with that combine?
Yes.
Breezy, who was you impressed with?
You know who I was impressed with? I didn't watch everything, but I did watch the quarterback. So I'm gonna tell you who I came out impressed with.
Florida joint.
No, sir. That's Zach Wilson all over again.
Right.
Kentucky, Will Levis. Couldn't get it out.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
impressed with Will Levis. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch everything, so I can't comment too much on it, but I did watch the quarterback. I was impressed with Will Levis. Oh, and definitely C.J. Stroud. I think he should be number 1.
You think he should be number
Yeah, I
one?
think he should be number 1.
Okay, before I pass it along. I was impressed with this young man named Darnell Washington. I think he was the tight end from Georgia. I think he like 6'7", 265 or probably bigger than that. I think he's like 265, and he run a what? 256, 256, 246, something like that. And then his hands. When he ran in the combine, and then when they made him run them routes in them hands, then drop a ball, then drop a pass. Quarterback threw it wrong one time, went up with that one hand, and still landed in bounds, ran it up the sideline. So that's who caught my eye. That's really all I've seen because I really didn't, see a lot of the combine myself. But I seen a couple guys, but that's the one who stood out for me. And I think whoever get this young kid, they got them a what's his name? Grunt.
Gronkowski.
They got a Gronkowski on their hand. Because he can block, he can catch, he can do all that. So I believe you got a Gronk on your hands. I'm going to pass it over to you, Mastermind.
Okay, well, mine, I'm going to say, was really two people, but one more than, well, to be honest, I'm going to go with the guy from Georgia. Last name Thomas, he got hurt during the season, came back, he got hurt all last season, came to the combine and worked out and reminded us who he was the season before. He looked excellent. I know he played on defense. I'm not for sure. I think it's a defensive tackle, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. But he looks excellent. And I'm just gonna be honest. I was impressed with Richardson. I'm gonna be honest. I had never seen a quarterback like that.
Yeah.
6'4", 240, running a 4-4 with a true cannon, flat-footed, throwing that mug like 60 yards in the air. Him and C.J. Stroud had the most impressive arms to me out of that whole.
Before we get down there, who would you pick, him or C.J. Stroud?
I'm taking C.J. Stroud.
Okay.
For him.
Just checking.
Just because he ain't. I don't think he really faced the I mean, not the
I know what you're saying,
competition, but
plus you
he hadn't played in the
CJ.
big games
Right.
like how.
And you seen how she.
Yeah.
I'm just asking because
Yeah.
in the combines a lot of people go just on the site and what they see.
Right.
Go ahead.
He a project though.
So mine's, I'm kind of like Mastermind. I got two. Stroud. was
Always two.
one. That's just what I do, baby.
PC
Right.
time.
You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I didn't think how my man did it in the movie.
Jimmy two times.
But yeah, Stroud definitely impressed me. But the other person who impressed me actually wasn't at this combine, but was at the HBCU combine. Old boy Smith, the receiver from Florida A&M, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Florida A&M, the receiver from there. Because I think he ran like a 4.3, 4.4. When he was catching the ball, he looked pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I think he projected him to still be like a late second round, something like that. So he kind of impressed me a lot. You know what I'm saying? You did your thing down there to be able to show up and show out.
Speaking of receivers, I see that they was kind of impressed with that receiver from TCU.
Nick
I'm gonna tell you who impressed me too though.
Go ahead.
Like
Like I said,
Dugan. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes,
Dugan was in there looking good, man. I ain't gonna lie. He might be a late second rounder or something, but he looked like he.
Right.
Yeah.
Anybody else impressed you down there? Anybody else I can think of? Nobody from your Michigan teams or nothing? I seen you boy talking about it. Y'all ain't speaking on it. Come on.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The quarterback.
I gotta get you wrong. Bring it up.
Yeah. The quarterback did good. My man is strongest, but he didn't impress me like that. I mean, the speed is there. I think he still was like what? In the end, he didn't have the fastest time when it was all said.
It was top 3 or 4.
Right.
He was like top 3 or 4, but I actually like the corner that's still there better than him.
And the reason why I said it, because I think they said one of your corners ran like a 4.2 or something.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking
Right.
Turner.
And then they said the other guy, what was that, the linebacker or something?
Yeah, he had the strongest. He had the.
Was it Mizzy who did it? Or am I saying his name Mizzy?
Yeah, I think that's
Come on, man. You
strongest.
shot your man's out. You doing them like that. Come on, man. Let him finish the time.
Times when I had set that out, we was the number 1 on all of that.
Because I could have seen.
I just know this.
I thought I seen you boys. Because I thought I seen you boys talking about it over the. Yeah, I mean, nah.
I know. I'm just.
That's how you had.
That's because Michigan State ain't got nobody. That's all right.
It's a lot of South teams got great players in that combine.
He's still projected to go top, in the first round. So let's do this one thigh, y'all. You know how Michigan is.
So who the best then? Who the best?
Michigan.
Out of who?
Michigan State?
Oh, State? You know, I'm rocking with him. I'm rocking with State.
But let's be realistic right now.
Where the best dunkers come from?
Oh, State.
Okay. Well, look, he said, well, look, next question to that is, who the best in-game dunkers?
Best in-game.
Best game in dunkers. Starting off with you, Mastermind.
I got to go with this guy that they call the human highlight film.
Yeah.
He's from out of Atlanta. In case you guys don't know, his name is Dominique Wilkins. That's who I go with as the best in-game dunker. Hands down. If you haven't seen him, Google him.
Who you got, Mastermind? I mean, who you got over there, Breezy?
I got to keep everything current, buddy. Vince Carter.
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter. Vince Carter.
So, okay.
For the young ones who don't know, Google him too.
What you got over there, Young P?
I mean, you know how Mastermind do.
Oh, my God.
So I've been screaming
Let me zip this
Dominic Wilkins' name for the longest.
Let me zip this on up. Americans got to put the lock on it this time.
On this panel who said you should have been in the first 50, and they left you off because you the human highlight reel of what you was doing down in Atlanta Hawks. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody doing it better.
Well,
But Vince Carter right there.
But
Vince
my
Carter
thing
right
is
there.
this.
But he didn't go to state.
I like the way that P came up and said that, but I gotta let P know. I've been knowing this man from knee high to Levi's, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
And Dominique is #1 guy.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
So he been thinking
so
like
I
he been
got to-
copying my
I gotta
stuff
let
for
him
years.
know
You
that.
hear that?
But I'm glad that he liked Dominique Don.
But
I
he been
didn't know that.
he
I
been
didn't know
copying-
that.
He been copying Mastermind for years.
So,
Yeah, I said it too. I said Scottie Pippen even shouldn't be.
So I got a
Oh,
question.
Dominique.
So,
Don't know nothing about Vince.
no. So right now, you say like you're gonna keep it current. You don't think Zach LaVine is nowhere in there for current? You gonna do it? I'm gonna get you in 1 sec. I'm gonna let you get in. I'm gonna let you jump in there. No, you said there's just some people I'm throwing it there. Yeah.
I'm gonna say they all too
You know,
friendly and cool with each
no,
other.
you
Them
saying
would
right.
Take each other. Like when Vince was coming up,
No,
Vince
you
came up towards the end
I feel
before
you.
Dominique retired. So you know what I'm
Is
saying?
Aaron Gordon a good one?
Yeah, but he ain't.
I feel like
He
when
ain't
Zion's healthy, he's
I
going
got the great one.
What about
I got the great
he ain't now. I was
Yeah.
gonna say Ja too, but go ahead. Go ahead and say something. I just wanna,
John
well, go ahead.
Morant, baby.
Yeah, I had you
John
know,
Morant
keep
is
it
the
going.
best in-game dunker if we going current.
Right.
Because he trying to get whoever he.
I was gonna go to man.
Like
I was gonna go to
cool or not.
I was gonna go to your man, but he haven't been playing. You're a Michigan State guy.
Oh,
That
Bridges.
come from Detroit, Bridges.
Bridges, yeah.
You know, but
Bridges,
I was gonna say, yeah.
Well,
So
yep.
you say Dominique?
Also,
Yeah,
I mean, we don't
Dominique's-
current though.
I'm just
Y'all
saying
don't feel
something
like
current.
when Zion healthy, he don't.
Oh, no,
trying to
Zion
go-
is definitely-
Zion be trying to take you out the game when he healthy with it. I'm just saying we're gonna go current. You got to throw Zion name up in there too now.
I think the last one, and it was when he was in his prime with the Clippers, was Blake. Blake was like the last one who didn't care.
Right, yeah. Blake used to get up on him. Blake used to get up on him.
A lot of oops though, a lot more oops than just getting ignorant with it. You know what I'm saying? He was catching that oop boy for.
All right. I just want to throw something out there. I want to know who want to take this next question I'm about to throw out there. Who want that? Who wants this heat?
I'm ready for it. Throw the
Oh, see
throw
what
the
I'm
cross the
talking
plate.
about.
Let's go.
My man.
Let's go.
My man was the heat. See what I'm saying? What 3 aces would you pick?
Knew it was about to come. Here we go. Let's go. baby.
That's why I kept quiet.
I'm gonna go with it. I'm ready, baby.
I know you remember my
I'm
man.
ready. I'm ready.
What 3 aces would you pick over the Atlanta Braves? Smokes, Glavine, and Maddox. Take it away.
None. I'm ready for the smoke.
Right.
None.
That's good.
But now if we gotta pick somebody, because this is America,
Yeah.
this is the debate show. So we gotta at least pick somebody. I'm gonna probably go with that. I want to say I might be saying their name wrong, but it's Garrett Cole, Roger Clemens, and CC Sabathia.
I gotta go.
Lord have mercy.
That's
This
my one.
this has to be impossible that you're looking at my phone when I type in New York Yankees.
Oh, you type in as I'm saying it. Okay, now America.
No.
Now we understand what's going on. Then he type in. That's what they do. I talk. Then he type as I talk. I got it now. Man.
I'm just trying to figure.
Finally got to the bottom.
What they doing that? Go ahead. Let me see what you got, Bruce.
No, it ain't random.
No. They was all on the Yankees.
Yeah, that's why I was going.
Go back, not as far as the Atlanta Braves. Then
Yeah, you can pick any three.
back. That rotation, even though they didn't get a ring, but that's when the Tigers was some bad boys. You had Verlander, you had Scherzer, and
Yeah. Amar
Fister.
Sanchez.
You talking about Kenny Ryan? But I had those. Yeah. Both yeah.
What about David Price?
huh?
What about David Price?
No, he wasn't there. They was gone.
Yeah, this was before Price, I think.
Yeah,
No, I thought Price was hurt when they was there.
No, Scherzer had went to Washington, and they brought in Price, but Price was.
You see those names right there?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I usually don't do this, America.
Verlander,
See,
Scherzer,
got Verlander, Scherzer, Doug Fister, and they all right there.
What's the name? I went with
I got something for you though.
I want what's the name for
Cause
that?
just as you forgot about your boys, you had one. Look, Baba, your man Patty.
Yeah.
You forgot your man Hernandez. You remember Hernandez had a post about that boy.
I forgot.
Cone, David Wells.
Yeah.
right.
I think they had Clemens on that year, one of them.
No, they did.
I don't. What's name should have been on one, but I think he. I don't think they was all together. I think what's name missed, and I was gonna say Josh Beckett, Kurt Schilling, and Pedro Martinez. Yeah, but
that's Red Sox.
Yeah, that's gonna be the Red Sox. Yeah.
Who was my man on the Red Sox that had the who was he with that had the buddies?
Schilling.
That's Kurt Schilling.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, that pitching tandem right there was.
Yeah, that tandem was all right. Yeah.
I tell you this though, the greatest closer of all time, we all know
that.
Duque.
Yeah,
You ain't getting no hits on my dog.
You think he's better than Rivera?
Oh, that's who El Duque is, Manny Rivera, right?
No, El Duque was your other guy.
Chapman. I thought it was Chapman.
El Duque was I thought El Duque was Manny Rivera's.
Yeah. No, El Duque was your other. You put me. Your man had that.
He had that.
You put me. You don't put me up on El Duque. That was your man. You put me up on him.
I thought it was
Yeah.
I gotta pull it up.
But he the best though.
No, without a doubt. Without
You know what I mean?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Ain't start hitting.
But then you could. But I remember you put me up on El Duque. That's why I think they two different people. I know they two different people. You put me up on dude. You put me up on. Why he looking that up so we can make sure.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to y'all no bogus information.
But with the new pitch and batters clock rule, will it be better or worse for baseball? Starting off with you, Breezy, with the new pitch and batters clock rule.
You know what? I think it'll be good. It'll speed up the game. And with that, I think so. Couple things. One, I think it's gonna speed up the game, which will make it more entertaining to watch. Because sometimes, even though baseball was my first love, if you're not playing it, it's a hard game to watch.
We'll sit down and watch it.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta be at the
Yeah. If you're not playing it, it's a hard game to watch. So I think it'll speed it up, which will make it a little bit more entertaining. And with that entertaining comes the mishaps, as far as pitchers not being able to go through their progression. Like, oh, should I throw a curve? Should I throw you know what I'm saying? So, because now everything is rush.
Right.
With batters, batter can't get in there and lollygag because, he mess around and get a strike called on. That might be strike 3 or whatever.
Right.
On top of that, I think what may happen, just my opinion, the first half of the season or maybe the whole season, you're going to see a lot more stolen bases because you can time it. Because once that pitcher gets set,
you know what it is.
Yeah, you can take off. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot more stolen bases too, which will make the game entertaining too.
Trying to be a baseball guru. Now you trying to say everybody's base is still about to go up, huh?
I think so. I think so.
Well,
you can time everything now. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you be the first to put that out there in the world.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
Since you think you're smart at this.
Yeah, I said it.
See what I'm saying?
I said it.
That's what I'm saying
it. I think the stolen bases will go up.
See, I'm trying to look out for my man. It's my brother. I'm trying,
my dog. My dog.
That's my dog. You're the first one to put that out there. Stolen bases finna go up. What you got to say down there, young people?
Man, I give credit with credit. The stolen bases might go up because you can time stuff because you know how much time they got. Right? I think it's 15 seconds without somebody on base.
For guys who don't never show up on baseball on time,
Yeah. So but I think it definitely would be good in the sense of speeding up the game because it's already long as hell. You know what I'm saying? And some of them matters y'all just be walking around in circles like, dude,
For about 30
like, dude,
30
you don't get in there,
seconds.
you scared to hit the ball or something like that. So I think it's good in that regard. I think in the end, I think that average might come down a little bit. Stolen bases might go up, and bat average might go down just because you don't have time to waste. You got to kind of get in there and you got to be ready. You got to be ready. So that ball coming at you that fast and that quick, batting averages might start going down a little bit. And I think that's the part that might hurt them is the batting averages not being as high as they want them to be, or people not hitting home runs and singles and stuff like that because they rushing. They not really taking their time to be able to. All right, let me get myself together. So good in one respect, speeding up the game, speeding up the pitchers from walking around, and because sometimes a batter even got to step out the box as the pitcher taking forever. Like, dude, he didn't gave you the signal. What you thinking about? I know it's a mind game y'all playing, but
What you think, Mastermind?
I'm gonna say this. I think it's gonna speed the game up. It's something good. It should keep the get their attention. But I think they need to lower the mound because to me they have too many tall pitchers already, and it's like the pitchers is just throwing down. They 6'7", 6'5". It's like they throwing down. If they lower the mound, I think that'll make it a lot better. To be totally honest.
What? So you want them to raise, or do you want them to get off the mound and just pitch straight for the ground?
Or just if they're gonna have a mound, make it lower. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, that'd be kind of difficult for them. So that'd be a lot of them sliders and them down and outs and all that. That'd get ooh wee. A lot of them sinkers and all that'll get taken away.
Uh-huh.
Yep. But I think it's good for the game. I don't think that I don't think it'll do too much difference. I just think it'll speed it up, but I think people it'll be the same. They just gonna, lock in quicker, but they still gonna, what you say, that's like going to work anything. You gotta be there an hour early all of a sudden. You might be tired that first month. After that, you locked in, you got it together. So like I say, I believe it's a good gesture and a good thing to do for baseball. I believe even though it'll speed the game up. Even though they also putting up runs, I believe the offense will pick up even more. As far as the stolen base and everything, I believe people will try more and get picked off a little more. And it'll be interesting for the game just for them trying it because they trying to speed it up and thinking that they can, you know, try to figure out what the pitcher doing and seeing, you know what I'm saying, what his nicks and knacks are before he pitch and stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of things you won't be able to pick out now because he got to go a little fast. He got to do this and so
Do y'all think it's gonna increase
but
bulks?
that's another good one. It could, that's another good one.
possibly.
That's another good one. Could
So
it
I don't
increase
know what the
bulks?
rules, but you're gonna have to give something, you gotta take something away. So,
Right, absolutely.
so if it does increase bulks, I can see next year them like, the hell with bulks. Just getting there and pitching.
I can just see it being more entertaining. I'll say that much. I can see them about to make it more entertaining, in my opinion. Anything else on that, gentleman?
No, sir. Oh, damn.
What?
Duke name was Orlando Hernandez. You were right.
Okay, yeah. That's
Orlando
me.
Hernandez.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah. That's the other
That was
what
El
I'm saying.
Duque name.
Yeah. Does New York have Boston number if they was to meet in the playoffs? Starting off with you, Mastermind.
For basketball, NBA.
Well,
Basketball.
speaking of the Knicks here, now I'm gonna say I don't think the Knicks has the Celtics number. I think that it's just like a regular season thing. I think that truthfully in this regular season, they haven't really, to my knowledge, now I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, they haven't really faced Boston 100% healthy. Robert Williams had been in and out of the lineup. You had Grant Williams, he was down for a while. So I don't think they faced them as a healthy team yet. But I think if playoff time, healthy, I don't see the Knicks beating them.
What you say down there, Breezy?
It's regular season. Like regular season, it seems like New York has caught Boston, even though they're in a 3-game slump now for whatever reason. Seems like the way the schedule been set up, seems like Boston plays a hard game either the night before or two nights before. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh, we gotta play New York. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like because they play New York so much because they're in the same division or whatever. It's like, well, we know what you can do and can't do. You know what I'm saying? But I know you just got done playing a double overtime against Atlanta. So it just seemed like New York done caught them at a tired moment this season.
Both times, all times. You remember
Well,
they just beat another night. Brunson wasn't playing either.
I know, but remember they just came from a who they lose to? Boston either
Milwaukee,
lost
one of them.
or it was like a close game. You know what I'm saying? And then they turned around and had to play the Knicks. You know,
You don't think the Knicks had
I think was it Philly
Might have been Philly at the
when
buzzer.
when he hit the game winning
I
shot?
think so. Tatum.
Yeah, you know that was a tight game. Then you got to turn around and play New York.
What you got to say down there, young P?
I don't think they have their number. I do think that they are playing. I look at it like this: it's regular season. I don't think they had a number. I do feel like Boston hasn't always been healthy, even though I think they just played the game the other night. And they went in the OT. New York ended up winning in the OT. I think some people are just stepping up a little bit more at times for New York this year.
I need you guys to know if they playing back to back on these games now,
Yeah.
because you know Boston also play. I mean, you also New York play in the NBA too.
No, I'm not saying.
No.
Did they have back to back? And I'm asking y'all because y'all need to.
Like it seemed like New York is having to play Boston after Boston has already played a tough game.
So
case
what I'm
in
saying
point,
is this:
like you're saying.
did Boston play a tough game?
Well, case in point, when they played New York and they lost, remember I don't know if I can't remember. I don't know if they went to overtime. No, they didn't go to overtime. Jason Tatum hit that game-winning shot against Philly in Philly, which was a tough game.
Boston didn't play that night.
I don't know if Boston did or not. I'm just telling you that it just seemed like New York is catching them after they get done playing a good.
What I'm
New
trying
York
to say,
had
what
a
I'm trying to
easy
say,
game.
if both teams play back to back, that's all that matters. Is what I'm.
True.
Okay,
true,
thank
true.
you. That's all I'm saying. You got to understand both sides of
I
it.
got you. I
That's
got you.
all I'm saying. You got to understand. Brunson didn't play also, even though I think Boston will win, but I do think that New York will give them a run for their money, just because they have the same type of players. What I mean, athletes.
Right.
As far as just,
They
you
can
know
match
what I
up.
mean, they match up well.
But that's how the way I was going with it. I'm like, I feel like New York can
what
start
I'm
to
saying?
step it up a little bit better. What's
You know?
name who I still don't really like, RJ playing better. Like people are playing better. They
Even though Bronson, like you say, even if, I know that you're saying Bronson, and then just say RJ Barrett, but he's at that 6'8" to where he's looking at Tatum and like, oh, I played against y'all boys. You know, they ain't looking at them like, oh, I see Michael Jordan or, you know, something like that. They like,
I can beat
you know, right.
Yeah.
Which is
You know, because like I said, everybody didn't play college ball together or this and that or whatever. You know what I mean? That's what the NBA looking like in a minute. You know, everybody about to be playing college together. You know what I'm saying? So I just believe that they match up well together. And even if Boston win, like I say, it's all about matchups. Even if Boston win, I believe that New York can get them a run for their money, either
Like
slip up and beat them, or 6 or 7 games, win them out to where that next game they'll be tied to where if they play Miami or Milwaukee, they'll lose, just because New York tired them out the way they style of play. That's what I mean. They style of play.
so basically you saying they got to get that 1 seed.
Yeah, they got to get that 1
If they
seed.
get that 2 seed, you're gonna have to go through too much.
They need that 1
You
seed.
gotta go through Boston, Milwaukee. I mean, you gotta go through Milwaukee, New York, and then if you get to the finals, you gotta play Philly or whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I feel what you're saying.
It's gonna be too much here.
Yeah. But yeah, I just believe they match up well. You got something to say on that or on the rest of them? Or
No sir.
no, sir? No, sir.
I'm gonna say this though. I do want to say this before we move on. Missoula, you better do something, baby, because Udoka wasn't losing to the Knicks.
And you like to say, then not only that, like I was finna
Just
say,
being real.
and it's playoff time finna come.
Yeah.
He got that rotation together.
I mean, you're
That's something. He got that rotation together.
You're on a 3-game skid right
That's
now.
another reason.
That's another thing. When the playoffs come, you playing the bet. Do he got that rotation together? why everybody just saying, oh yeah, Tatum and them, and they just because you got the players,
It's all about Robert Williams.
you
If
know
he
what
ain't
I'm
healthy, they
saying?
don't stand a chance. I'll be
Yeah,
real
the
with
big,
you.
But I'm
big
just
fella,
saying.
big
Because he the
fella.
rim protector.
But
you know?
listen, but I'm just saying, the coach too, like you said, if you don't know that rotation or these timeouts or know how to do
Yeah.
this and that, you can have Robert Williams, whatever this, or whoever. If you ain't doing what Udoka did and know how to, you know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
mean, he got to learn how to milk the clock and, when to
I
call
mean,
timeouts
yeah,
and
all
when
that.
all that,
Yeah. In the playoffs, it's
with
gonna
the
be
game
something
plan.
totally different. Totally different.
Because you can't
With
go
the
10
injury,
deep.
what?
You can't go 10 deep in the playoffs. You
No.
at least be 8, 9.
Let's see.
That's the most.
That's you, Golden State back in the day. With the injury to LeBron, will AD step up and carry them to the playoffs? Starting off with you, Mastermind. With the injury to LeBron, will AD step up and lead them to the playoffs?
The key word is playoffs in that scenario. I don't know if he can take them to the playoffs, but I think he can get them to the play-in. But I don't know about the playoffs. I'm not for sure about that. But I think he can lead them to the play-in tournament for sure.
Breeze.
I'm gonna say this. This run right here. It's more. It's more than just leading them to the playoffs. This run is to see, is AD a Laker legit, or is it time to trade him during the season? Cause he is the focal point of that team right now. Ain't no more Westbrook. Ain't no LeBron till he get healthy. What can you do? Now, I started off, he looked good against who I can't remember the team that they beat. He put up like 39 points and stuff.
Just put up look good against Golden State.
Yeah, Golden State. That's who they just beat. So
Mhm.
I think it's more of a not a legacy, but a sustainability on if we're gonna keep you long term and build around you, because LeBron ain't about to be there forever. Or shall we just abandon ship and rebuild all over again once LeBron leave? You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna say yes. Yeah, I said it. They getting the sixth spot.
They getting it?
They getting it
Damn,
because
six.
Memphis is about to struggle with all this controversy that's going on, so that's gonna fall. Uh, I love Dallas duo, but Dallas duo is slowly but surely falling down the ranks too. So
Okay.
and I don't see Golden State may get healthy and snap, but they only like a game and a half out of six.
Okay, Young P, take it away, baby.
Uh, they only doing the play-in. They're not getting the 6th seed. That's over with. You know what I'm saying? I think AD will step up a little bit, but I'm nervous in terms of this part though. AD, even when LeBron first went down, he sat down. Very next game he sat out, and that's the problem. I think he's gonna. I think during this stretch, he's still gonna. It's gonna be another game or two that he's gonna sit out, and that's gonna be the problem. He's not gonna be. He's not gonna even want to try to play that many games to take him to the 6th seed. So I think it's gonna help him a little bit, but you'll need Vanderbilt, Reeves. You'll need them other people to
Right.
kind of help catapult
Yeah,
them
they
to where
got
they need to be. You know what
they
I'm
got
saying?
they got a nice little since they made that trade. They got a nice little squad over there.
Yeah,
But looking at that schedule,
that too.
looking at the Lakers, the remaining schedule.
They said it was the
Ooh,
easiest schedule remaining, though.
I mean, I understand. I let y'all look at it. I mean,
See,
even though they, I'm
be
saying,
ready.
no, what I mean, even when they playing the Pelicans and stuff like that, I understand Zion ain't playing. They play, but I don't know if AD gonna carry them. I don't think they're gonna get in the play in. I think LeBron got to come back for them to get in the play in. I don't think because right now they were at the 14th spot with only about 2 or 3 games out of the play in or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. I think they
They that
14
far
or
down?
13.
I think y'all need LeBron.
I thought they was 11.
That's it.
They 11.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they
what I
11.
said. They're 11.
Is he 11?
Yeah, that's what I said. They right there. One more and they in.
One win tonight.
They in.
They in the eighth spot.
One more.
That's the play in, yeah.
Still, I'm waiting on LeBron. AD gonna keep. I think he gonna.
I just
He good. I just don't see the New Orleans AD no more.
Yeah.
I believe if they play a team with one of them coaches whispering in his ear, be like, hey, I need y'all to get physical with AD down there, throw a couple balls in the back. He gonna go on up top and call it quits.
They got a couple games. Suns,
Yeah.
you got the Mavericks, you got Pelicans, and then Knicks.
They play
I mean, they ain't
Utah
wrong.
time.
Yeah, I could have sworn he was at the 14th. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's all the
They
came walk to
been
the
winning since they
end.
made
Okay,
that trade.
okay.
they saying that they got the easiest schedule. That's what they say.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
they
you
might,
got
but it still look kind of good to me though. That's what I said.
Utah, teams
But
like
it
that.
is.
Yeah.
All
seen a
right.
couple
It's Kyrie and KD beefing. Starting off with you, Mastermind.
I think that's all for the cameras. I think all behind closed doors, them boys probably still talking and kicking it and all that. I don't think that they were right. I think that's all just for TV, just to make some news, so we can do what we doing right
Doing what
now.
we doing right now, talking about it
That's
as
it.
we should.
That's
But my thing is this:
Now, should they be beefing? That's a different question.
should they?
I think they should be because I
They
think
might be.
he kind of played KD on his legacy
Right.
by doing a lot of stuff that he was doing, and then all of a sudden saying, "Okay, I want out." I don't know if he told him or not.
Right. So do you think that's probably how they be feeling right now?
I
But
think
you
it's
just
all. I
it's
think
just
it's all
us,
for the
right?
camera.
Right.
Yeah, I think
Got it. What you thinking down there, Breezy?
Uh, I think it's all camera talk. Um, Today's NBA is not like yesterday's NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Say twisted
Everybody buddy buddy. You know what
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Everybody buddy buddy. Everybody always trying to team up with certain players. You know, that was a no-go back when we was watching the NBA. So today's NBA is not like yesterday's NBA. So no, I think it's all for show, and I think behind cameras they still hang out and do all the other stuff.
I'm gonna need you not to try to use Fat Joe's quote and try to make it into the NBA. It didn't really flow that. I'm just right there yesterday. Flow as good as Fat Joe. That's not where you trying. But
give him an A for effort.
yeah, I give him an A for effort. But I think it is all for show, you know what I'm saying, and all that good stuff. But I think KD trying to prove to his new team, I'm with y'all, you know what I'm saying? So when Kyrie and Devin Booker kind of got it, I'm rocking with you, you know what I'm saying? I got to prove to my team, I'm with y'all. I'm in a fight. I didn't come over here for games. I know that's my man or whatever we did with the Nets. No, I'm with y'all now. So I think he has to show and prove a little bit in terms of that. So that's why I think it's all for show. But it's also to let the team know I'm rocking with y'all. I ain't showing no favoritism to nobody. You know what I'm saying?
What if they are beefing because of a certain situation?
I think they still will figure out and hash it out. I think they got a friendship that they'll talk it out, and I think they'll talk behind the scenes in the off season. They gonna sit down, chop it up, eat a steak, and all that kind of stuff. That's why I don't think it's gonna be no real beef. I just think that he gonna feel like you did play me a little bit. I thought we came here to do something magical and spectacular, and with the Brooklyn Nets, and you went left. You know what I'm saying? It was like what the hell? If you was gonna do that, you should have told me that from the start. I might have went to New York Knicks. I might have done something totally different.
Will it last longer than the Draymond beef that him and Draymond had? Just in case if this is a beef, will it last longer than
Probably
that?
about the same amount of time.
About the same amount of time.
I think it'll be less. I think it'll be less. Draymond was
Next game they play, y'all see him shaking and talking.
Yeah.
Next game.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Okay.
playoff series for sure.
Okay. Which team will fare better? Which team will fare better with their quarterback with the contract and also the contract extension with Seattle and the New Orleans Saints? Starting off with you, Young P.
So I'm gonna say this. I feel like the team that's gonna fare the best is gonna be the New Orleans Saints. I think Carr has a better hookup down there. Now, don't get me wrong. Uh, Alvin Kamara, you got to get out your little trouble. You know what I'm saying? Your little situation. But I think if Michael Thomas will come back somewhat healthy, I think the receiver from Ohio State, Olive. I think you got some weapons down there that you can play with down in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? So I think I did call him Olive, didn't I?
No offense, my guy. No offense.
Give me martini with some olives, baby.
Right.
But I think he just has a lot more weapons, and I think Gino out in Seattle, you might have seen your cap. They gave you the money for the extension, but I think, you might have reached your peak. And next year, teams are going to be kind of gunning for you a little bit better because towards the end, you start making some crazy little decisions out there on the field. So I just feel like New Orleans was going to fare better and come out the deal better with giving Carr that money than Seattle giving Gino that money.
What you got to say down there, B? Young Breeze?
Yeah, with everybody, I'm glad everybody getting their money. Because the NFL, boy, they stingy with their money. So I'm glad to see everybody getting their money. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to see everybody's getting their money. Seattle with Gino, think it is what it is, and they got to get some weapons to help Gino out. I'm saying I think they need another receiver.
Sounds Metcalf.
Yeah. As far as the Saints, Derek Carr got to prove himself. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you got the money, but you got to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because what Sean Payton did there and Drew Brees did, he's gonna have to fill Drew Brees' shoes, and the coach got to fill Sean Payton.
Very true.
So everything there is always gonna be expected. You know what I'm saying? Same situation like in New England. You know, Matt Jones ain't feeling ain't the Tom Brady is. So you know, that just got to be filled.
I see you touching your chin down there, mastermind. What you got to say, baby?
Can I just say this? I'll be real with y'all. I think it's kind of set up for Geno to win because it's going to go right back to Pete Carroll's system. It's going to be right back depending on Kenneth Walker and them. Remember, Kenneth Walker got kind of banged up at the end, so that's why Geno didn't kind of.
Right, look good.
Yeah, they wanted him to start throwing more. He still got Metcalf. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of set up to me to win.
Need another one to help out Metcalf.
Ain't Lockett still there? They ain't get rid of Lockett, did
Yeah,
they?
but he want a slot. I'm saying another wide out.
I mean, I think they
help
can
out.
work that out.
Oh, they might
I
get
think they can work something
Good.
out with that. And I still believe this. That defense in Seattle is underrated.
Yeah.
That defense is a lot better than what people think.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Agree. I can.
And in New Orleans, I think they only really, truthfully, just is my opinion, they only got that defense.
Yeah.
There's too many questions on that offense. You know what I'm saying? We, like you said, Pete, what is Michael Thomas going to do? Remember, he said last year the ankle was good. He's coming back, ain't play a game.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on with him. Olivier, you look great as a rookie receiver. Great. Hopefully you have a bright future.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? The rest of that is still in shambles. You don't know what's going on. So that's the reason why I say I go with Geno.
Well,
He's already seen it.
Right.
I got this here. I got Seattle looking good. I see Pete Carroll trying to build the old school Legion of Boom back. With that offense, he got the running back, like we were saying, Kenneth Walker the third. That's his beast mode. Geno, you his Russell. But if you win one, I think you're a little better than Russell anyway, because I was digging you when you was down in West Virginia. I think you're a better quarterback anyway. And you got some receivers. Now, if they get you another one, that'd be good. But now that defense with Woodland and the rest of them boys, and he was a rookie for tops for that for cornerback too. Yeah.
He was right up on the
Yeah,
source.
so and with that defense coming back together too, and being in the NFC period, just being in the NFC, and I'm gonna give you a yeah, I said it. I see Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl within the 4 years, within the next 4 years with that squad that Pete Carroll finna put together. I can see them in the Super Bowl within the next 4 years. Yeah, I said it. Not what?
Hey, I like.
Yeah.
I said.
I don't know about this. I can see
Yeah,
the
okay.
West.
I love. Yeah, I said it.
Not this year, next year.
No,
You know,
no, I didn't say within the next years. Within 4 years, I can see Seattle and Pete Carroll putting something together and them in that Super Bowl within 4 years.
No, sir.
I have nothing to
Anything
say
possible
about
in
New
the NFC,
Orleans.
though.
I don't know nothing. New Orleans, hey,
In the NFC, anything possible.
that's why I
I
said
ain't
it.
gonna lie, anything.
Now, New Orleans, you got a chance just because you in that South. And I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know what Derek Carr going to bring to the table because he's not, he's all right to what people see, the analysts and other people, about what he been doing, all like that. He's just not one of my elite quarterbacks. So I really don't know what he's going to bring to the table out there in New Orleans.
Did they overpay for him?
Huh?
Did they overpay for him?
No, they didn't overpay for him. He's just not one of mine that, I just think at any given time, he going to give you that wrong decision. You know,
Yeah, 60 million guaranteed, right?
yeah.
First 2 years.
I don't think he like to pay him like, he peep things, but then I think he don't peep things. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I think they got a good quarterback, but I don't think he's the one that really gonna get him. You know what I'm saying?
I think he a little better than Garoppolo.
He'll be there where they keep coming to pay for the tickets because it's gonna be good games, stuff like that. So people gonna pay to come to the game.
Watch
But
him and all that.
yeah.
Might be a little bit under Jared Goff,
Mhm.
but right up in there somewhere.
Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere right up in there.
So who you fear? Who y'all fear?
I'm still fearing the Saints
Okay.
over New Orleans. I mean over Seattle.
Okay.
Did you change your mind?
No, I think the Saints is going to be better.
I'm going
Saints is going
Seattle.
to be better. Reason why I say that is because
Because
the
of the
West,
South.
yeah,
Because of the
West
South.
is tough. The West
I'm going
is
Right.
Seattle.
I got you because of the South. The same reason why I was going with the Panthers, so they got somebody over there. And that's why the Panthers still get somebody. I can't see New Orleans pulling it out just because they're going to get to Derek Carr. And,
You got to watch out for Tampa. That D ain't going nowhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just Tom Brady.
It all depends on who the coach, though.
Yeah.
I got to get another coach.
quarterback.
I get another
You
coach.
gotta get a
I got to
quarterback.
get another coach. Does anyone play defense in the NBA still? Does anyone play defense in the NBA still? Starting off with you, Young Breezy.
So the other night was the first time in NBA history that 18 players scored 30 plus points. First time, 18 players scored 30 plus points. So that alone, let alone you got 271 games in one season. Two. I mean that alone right there let me know nobody's playing no defense. You just shoot. If you hot, you hot. No defense. I'm just looking.
If you hot, you hot. You can't stop hotness. I don't care what type of D you got.
No defense.
You know, some
No
things,
defense is ridiculous.
some things are. I mean, some things are. Sometimes things are meant to happen.
18
It never happened before, so
right,
this something.
18 players ain't never been hot. I can see one or two going crazy, maybe five.
So you ain't never seen 18 players.
Went
This
crazy.
new NBA, baby.
I know. That's what I'm saying. No defense. Just shoot.
I told you, hey, when you hot, I don't care what type of defense you got, you ain't stopping it.
Not 18 players though. I give you 5, 6, 7. 18 players?
So
no,
we can't name 18 players that can be hot right now.
No, sir.
With the Stephs and KDs and all that, you can't Lucas, no, you can't name 18
Luka,
players. I'm just kidding.
Dame Lillard,
That's
Dame
Not one night.
Jason.
One night? No.
Jason and Jalen
No,
are
I
both
thought-
together on Boston. Jason and
Does
Jalen.
anybody, hold on.
What? I'm just saying, Jason and Jalen can
Right.
be together in one league.
Does anybody play defense?
No defense.
No.
They don't.
No, defense is not really emphasized too much in the NBA now.
No.
It's all about the excitement of the long shot, the 3-pointer,
But you don't have to hit the long shot.
the running
You
gun.
ain't got to hit the jumper, do you?
I'm just saying I just don't believe that the defense is
That's what I'm
like
saying. If you go shoot the jumper
only
right
time they really start emphasizing.
Playoffs.
Yeah, that's it. Only time you really start emphasizing defense, like gonna be playoffs, and the closer you get to the final.
What I'm saying is this. If I come to the
regular season,
dish you a dime, you lay it up. I expect you to make that.
But that
If I come down and dish you that 3, you ain't got that city.
everybody shooting.
I'm just saying this though. The difference is this,
You
right?
ain't got to hit it.
You got at least about right now in today's NBA, you got about a 65% chance of that 3-point shot falling because everybody, that's all they doing in the off.
No, and that's what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is, so no matter if you run out there for deep, I'm on 5.
Some of them need not shoot that.
It's on 5.
Nobody has the mid range, man.
Like when the last time you seen somebody really truthfully close out on the 3-point shooting?
Huh?
When the last time you seen somebody
Only
really truthfully
person-
close out on the 3-point shooting?
Like you say.
Nobody.
You know
But
what I'm
listen.
saying? Was it?
But listen, even back then, you really didn't have defensive players. You had your ones and twos, like how you got Draymond, it's like how you have Robin back then. It was just the league was different and drew up different. But as far as defensive players, you still didn't have none then.
You gotta think about this.
You had your Draymond, your
So like
I got a
this.
question for you.
them
Not to cut you off.
can't play no defense.
I got a good question for you. You think it's gonna be a team that ever do what the Pistons did, that hold teams under 85 in this era?
The Browns
Under
have
100.
the defensive mind.
I think it was under the 70s. That 70s.
That's what I'm saying, but you
It got to
think-
be a bad.
I'm just saying.
It might happen
No,
one night.
they ain't
It might.
emphasize no D like that no
It
more.
might happen. I mean, somebody
You gotta
might just
be-
be off.
You gotta have that type of coach.
'Cause
And I mean,
defensive.
Somebody out
I-
there needs.
like Larry Brown was,
Somebody
like you
needs
gotta
somebody
stop
to
these
be.
guys.
I need you to read your last question before we end the show, Pete.
Okay. I don't even remember what my last question is.
You talking about that guy from UAD?
Oh, yeah. So basically,
Shout out to Mama Terrell.
this is my question. The guy from UAD love him to death. Right now, he is. I think he fell short with about 3 points. So my question was, if Antoine Davis had become the all-time scoring leader in college basketball history, would it have been something special that we should celebrate, or was it something more like, I mean, he did it, but do we really care about that kind of stuff in today's game, period? You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, I didn't even know Pistol P held the record on all-time scoring in college. So I don't feel like it would have been that special, especially now that I'm hearing that, what you said, they got invited to
They
play
got
in
invited to, I
Your
think the
record
Horizon tournament or something. I'm not for sure.
They say that you're supposed to be just.
Question, you continue?
Well, I'm just
Yes,
talking
I
about
know.
this hook.
You answered it too.
Right. So he like to do two things.
Yeah, it's about two things.
Right.
But say it and answer it. You know what I'm saying?
2 times.
Yeah. So my thing is that's kind of whack for them to invite you just so you can get the record. You know what I'm saying? If you couldn't do it in the regular season or within your confines, then you just couldn't do it. And I just feel like it ain't that okay if you do get it. Kudos to you, but in the next year I won't even remember who won it.
I don't think it would have been special around here. Just
Local.
because, locally, but I don't think it would have been special nationally. Just because UAD is not a national powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? They would have spoke on it for the night, and that would have been it. But truthfully, UAD, the season is over with. Don't get invited because you got a losing record. You're going to get invited to a third world tournament just so he can break the record. Like, nah.
Well, however it go, my thing is this, young dog. They should congratulate you or whatever.
For sure.
Because my thing is this. You did something great. You did something that a lot of people went to school to do. Play basketball, play sports, and put up numbers. People do be trying to pad the stats, do this, or scold, do this, and that, and that. And you a D is a D1. So, my thing is this. If you would have done that and broke it, hey, all honors to you. You deserve it all. And, hey, that's just like LeBron with the scoring title in the NBA, whatever records you can get or whatever, get it. Have your name written in history. Have it written in stone. Have your family celebrating. You know, that's a celebration. So, yeah, you should have wanted it and, get it written in stone, baby. Get your name written in stone.
Well, I'm gonna make mine kind of brief, but it's kind of almost somewhat like what P was saying. I think it's a good milestone for him to have set the record. Don't get me wrong, if he would have did it, but I think they're not gonna publicize it and glorify it for real, just because of the school. Like if he was at Duke doing this, he'd be on every channel. They had a game.
But my thing is this, like I'm saying, when your career over, even though
Oh,
at
no,
the end
no,
of the
you
day,
no, it's
you
beautiful
got
for
me.
you.
One thing
Don't
about
get me wrong,
sports,
individually, it's beautiful for you.
what is sports about when we talk about things at the
Wins,
round
losses,
table and
and
everything?
records. Yeah, I got
Bragging,
you.
bragging rights. He gets at that table and can't nobody they get to dog everybody except winning that national championship. But as far as busting some ass, he get to talk about everybody.
Yeah, no, I just say this. It's a 50-year-old record. And you know what I'm saying? This is probably the first time it's ever been this close to getting touched. So if UAD gave him a game to do it, I mean, I know it wouldn't be right.
I wouldn't give him a game now. Don't give him no game just to get him one.
No, they saying this. That's what they saying. They inviting him to a tournament so he can get a chance to break the record because he only missing it by 3.
Well, now,
the record,
if you ain't got no games left on your schedule, period, then you don't have it. Now, I'm against that.
They just
Nah,
saying this.
I'm against that.
Like instead of like the NIT.
Schedule over with.
Yeah, they like how now they saying the tournament.
Nah, if you're not supposed to be there, and they got invited from the jump, and they just want you to break the record, nah, I'm against that. I'm against that part.
Yeah. So
I ain't with that. That's like the Giannis when he threw the rebound. See, I ain't with that. Don't pad the stats.
I'll just say this. It would have been great to see you do it during your regular season, man. But if you didn't reach it, you didn't reach it. But you're still going down as one of the top 2 scorers of all time and 3-point shot of being the greatest. So that's something right there.
And before we end the show, we should have did this at the top of the show, top of the hour, folks. We want to give our prayers, blessings, and condolences to Mother Terrell, the Terrell family.
Definitely.
Definitely.
We definitely
Definitely.
can.
We definitely lost a great one, man.
Yes, yes, yes.
We love you and you will be missed.
Yeah. Definitely.
Love, love, love.
All the way around.
Strength. Yeah.
And we out.
Peace out, baby.